Airial, if I could marry her brain, it would be amazing.
If you need anything technical.
She is down to earth. She's fun. She's very easy to network with.
Anything systems oriented.
Just anything web dev techie that I don't understand, Airial has swooped in and fixed. And she's my accountability bulldog.
She is a queen.
Anything infrastructure related.
She is helpful, and she helps guide and answer all your questions that you have about growing your business and networking and getting started.
She gives me life. She just gives me life.
Airial Reynal is your girl. Welcome to the TrepTECH Podcast with your host, Airial Reynal.
I just want to marry her brain. She's a genius.
Hey, and welcome to the TrepTECH Podcast. I am your butler, Scott Doucette, and I am here to ensure that you have a wonderful time while you are listening to this podcast. We are here to give you a pleasurable listening experience, and I am here with your considerate and lovely host, Airial Reynal. Airial, how are you doing?
So I'm not lazy this episode. Okay.
Not this week.
Okay. All right.
I called you lovely, and this is how you repay me.
Yeah, because I'm still stuck on that lazy one.
You're like, I'm still mad. Takes me
But
more than a
hey,
week.
everyone, I'm Airial, and I'm lazy, and I'm awesome at laziness. That sounds so horrible.
We can cut that out.
No, keep it. With all of this talk with it, too.
I'm excited because, experience is a big one. And we always hear people lowering their prices because that's the only way they think they can compete in the market. But there's a flip side to this coin, isn't there? And that's delivering an amazing experience and charging a shit ton.
And adding more and more value. So it gets to the point where people are like, oh shit, I got to give them the money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I know you're no stranger to that because value add is it might as well be your middle name.
Aww.
You're always looking for value add, to the point where you and I'll map out a skeleton of an amazing product and you're already filling it with all of the vital organs and everything. And you're just like, I need to add value. And I'm like, you just took this from a $500 program to a $5,000 program in 20 minutes. What are you doing?
But it's still a $500 program. Yeah. It just has the value, so it's a no-brainer.
I'm calm down.
Yeah, but you know what? I had to go through the process because I went through the thing of someone saying, oh, I can't afford the 500. And so I dropped the price, still giving them that same amount of work and even more value. No, we're not doing that anymore.
No, we're not. But the nice part about it is that you can create an amazing experience for people in small ways that aren't necessarily going to impact the overall value of the product necessarily. So, because people can only handle so much information, right? So giving them more and more and more information, yes, it's value add, but is it helping your case or is it just overwhelming people? What I'm talking about you may have heard a saying, Airial, the devil is in the details. Do you know
Yes.
that? Well, people are going to freak out because I'm about to replace devil with dollars. Whoa! The dollars are in the details, the minor, intricate little details that you don't think anyone is looking at. That's where you have every opportunity to have a blast and create an experience.
Okay, let's talk about that. How does that look?
So, do you remember this scene in Beauty and the Beast? When Belle gets ushered into the kitchen after hours and a candlestick completely puts on the greatest theatrical performance of all time. Be our guest.
I'm going to say yes, I remember.
Well, he gets into this song
But remember, you have a child, so.
Yeah. He gets into this song and dance about be our guest, put our service to the test. And
right.
He dances on the tables and there's plates flying everywhere and the food is exquisite and the drapery is beautiful. And just minutes ago, this castle was old and dingy, right? So you watch this entire moment transform this dungeon into paradise just because of this service. And that is where I think people need to pay attention.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah. Is your client wowed by not just the meal, but is the presentation on point? Are you an amazing host to this person? Are you making sure that their every whim is cared for? And if you are, you can charge insane amounts. So that starts with your landing page. Is it beautiful? Is it easy? When I get to your landing page, like when you're talking on social media and I'm really into you and I'm like, yeah, I love this person, but then I can't find links to anything you do, my experience sucks already. So can I get to your landing page easy to find out more about you? Is it sitting on your profile somewhere so that, one, you don't have to constantly be yelling, come check out my shit. You can just be a human being online, please. And then I'll come to your page thinking you're a badass because you're not constantly shouting at me. And then I'll click your link and I'll go to your landing page. And when I get there, is it all broken and crappy? Is it like red on black and impossible to see? Is it easy for me to get what I want? Is it clear? Am I going to enjoy myself? Is there humor there? Are you calling me gorgeous? I know one coach, literally I got to her page and it said, hey, gorgeous. And it was aimed at women, but I felt really good when I got there.
And that's how I talk to my people. I'm like, hey, gorgeous, hey, beautiful, hey, handsome.
I can't pull that off. People think I'm hitting on them. So I don't. But I get really like, don't you think you're amazing? I think you're amazing on my sales page. Like, you can do this and I can help you. Like, let's do this together, you badass. Like, that's how people feel when they read my stuff, right? They feel like they can do it. You make them feel like good and wonderful and, you know, really like
wanted.
Wanted and
worthy.
cared for. Yeah, exactly, right? And so like I got to this page, I was like, hey, gorgeous, have you been struggling to get leads into your sales funnel? And I was like,
you're probably like, yes, I am gorgeous, flipping your hair. And
I was like, man, I am struggling and I am beautiful. Why is this happening to me? She's like, it's probably because you don't have the proper. And I was like, oh my God, it is probably because of that.
I love it.
And then she was like, I've got a free report here that will show you a few tips and tricks that you could do in minutes. So I was like, yeah, we'll see. I downloaded it. I did them. It took minutes. Like at this point, I was like fucking money in hand. Like I didn't even get to the bottom of the page yet. Like I was like, oh my God, this is all simple stuff. And then she's like, I've got tons of other ways that you can do this, blah, 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 blah. It was an all women's program. I applied. I didn't get accepted. And I'm not going to blow the whole like sexism card because like, frankly, I get it. You know, not everyone wants a cock in the hen house. I get it. Okay. It's fine. But this page was so well written that it got a guy to want to buy. Because
you gotta share that link with me because I want to see and pick it apart, and we could talk about the technicalities of that too.
Yeah, it's Jess Lorimer. Like if you follow Jess,
I figured.
Yeah. If you follow Jess, she is an absolute sales beast with this cute little exterior. She's so small and unimposing, and just but then when she opens her mouth and starts talking, value, 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 but it's not overwhelming. She gives people the experience of, hey, sales is easy. You can do it too. You just need to learn some things. Don't worry about it. Take a load off. It's simple here.
Got it.
And it makes you feel like almost like, oh crap, okay, she's got my back. I'm cared for. And then the second you get results off of the free stuff, she's got you. In the best possible way, she's got you. And the only reason I say that is because if you're on the journey with her, prepare to get paid. Bottom line, right? And it's the same thing with us with Podcast Bay, with you with branding. You know, if people are going to check out your brands, if people are going to work with you for branding, they're going to get taken care of top to bottom. They're going to end up with a solid brand that represents them. They're going to
it's not just graphics and logos, but you're going to learn like the psychology behind it.
Look,
how it makes feel, how to increase impact.
You're Black for starters. You're in the military, second of all. You're an entrepreneur, third of all. If anyone understands the term culture, it's you. And creating a brand is creating a culture around yourself.
Oh, that's beautiful. I got to use that.
Dude,
that is it. That is it. You're brilliant.
Thank you. With Podcast Bay, like my employee culture is work from home, be lazy, set your own schedule, but get me quality work.
Right. And we do.
Right? And they do, and they love it. And my out to the world branding is, hey, we know our stuff. We love money. We love broadcasting, and we're good at what we do. So we're going to take care of you. Come in, we're not going to treat you with soft gloves, but we're going to make the most out of your show and your podcast. We're going to get the best out of you. And the people who don't want to get the best out of them, they don't come. They don't bring their wallet. They don't bring their A game. But that's who we want to work with. And so we put that out there, right? And so you get to the landing page and it's clear. You know it's for you or you don't. But then, is the font beautiful?
Is it easy to read?
Yeah, is it easy to read? Is it consistent all the way through? And this is where branding comes in, and this is where Airial's brilliant. Is it consistent all the way through, or am I going to notice inconsistencies all over the place? Are you using 20 different fonts when 2 would do the trick?
What emotion does it evoke? Because,
Yeah.
for instance, with the TrepTECH podcast, someone looked at it and they were like, well, it's got a cartoon thingy on it and the font and stuff. It's like childish, playful. And I'm like, that's what I want, because there's so many business podcasts out there that everything is so damn serious. We have fun, especially on the mic. We have fun. So that business doesn't have to be boring. We should just get Snoop Dogg, get the likeness of Snoop Dogg and put him on the front. Hey guys, we don't take ourselves too seriously. Right.
But yeah.
But we're professional.
Right. And so from there, I click buy. Are you asking me 8,000 things, or are you making it just like I buy, I get an email. The email says thank you. Your signature is pretty. Like you upload this really cool graphic. Like, no word of a lie, I signed up for an online or a print, like a direct mail newsletter.
Mm-hmm.
The welcome email I got, the guy's signature was all like gothic and really cool looking. And I just ate that up. I got down to his email signature. It was my favorite part of the email. And I was like, man, this makes me feel like I belong to something like really ancient and cool. I was like, this is neat.
And what you're saying is so true. It sounds so trivial, but it's so true. It's like, oh, I love the colors, or, oh, I love how she talks, or, oh, I love how I feel when I read that content. So some of the things that we worry about, that's not even what's motivating people to buy.
Well, yeah. And I produce a podcast for this person, okay? And I send out an invoice and it's paid within 15 minutes. And I always write, hey, thank you so much for the prompt response on your invoice. And he always writes back with, I know what it's like to sit around waiting. And so this person then gives me an amazing experience as a service provider. Mm-hmm. So I know that this person is all about the experience in every facet of what they do, from how they treat the people they hire, to how they treat their clientele, to how they treat and it's amazing to me. And so it inspired me as well to look at where are the areas in my business where I could provide a better experience, right? Is your podcast polished, or is it raw audio that's all gritty and gross with dogs barking in the background? And, can you improve your listener quality to improve your listener experience? Can you improve your sales process to improve your buyer's experience? Can you improve your email contact so that you can improve your marketing experience? Like, where can you think of how to treat people amazing in the minute ways to give them an experience that they love? Could be just sitting in a beautiful
and that
office.
Speaks volumes of the person too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's why people say people buy you, people buy people, because it's the rapport building, that relationship. When people fall in love with you, it's like, what am I buying? What are you selling next? And how do I pay for it?
When I reach out to my clients, it's, hey man, what's up, dude? My favorite is, hey lady. All of my female clients get hit with hey lady at least once, because I'm just like, hey lady, what's up? I need to talk to you about, and I've been told that it makes them feel like they're my best friend, like they can reach out just to have a random chat over tea. I'm not good at that part, so it never gets there. But it, like when people reach out to me, they know they're going to get a friendly response always. It's never going to be
honest.
It's not going to be like, fuck you, I'm busy. It's always going to be like, hey lady, I can't do that right now, but I will definitely get it to you as soon as it's feasible for me. You know, that kind of thing. It makes people feel good, and they can hit me up on Messenger and I don't care. I'm not like, please direct this to my email, unless it's super important. And then I ask them to please direct it to my email, but you know, on Messenger, like my clients talk to me. Some guys text me, you know, so it's very much a relaxed environment. And that's how I chose to make the experience great. And for you, like when I think of your branding experience, like the accessibility to you is unreal.
Yeah, and people wonder how I do it. And I'm like, look, I'm here because I know how it feels to need something and people are not there, they're hard to reach. But I still can protect my energy by, if I don't respond immediately, you know, I'm busy or something, but you know, I'm going to get back to you.
Yeah, exactly. And I think about just that, like I send you business in joined messages. So I see how you treat people, and you immediately you're like, okay, if you need this taken care of right away, here's this, here's that. You can reach me here, you can reach me there, get me all the details. We can jump on a call if you want, like whatever you need, whenever you need, I'm here. And I'm like, wow, okay, that is unreal. Cause like I wouldn't even make those types of claims or like statements when I'm talking to people. I'm like, whenever you get me is when you get me. You know, because it's got to fit between nap times.
But mine is more of, okay, I know you have a regular job, or I know you're busy. My schedule is a little more flexible. So, and I really want to work with you because, you know, the relationship, just some people's energy just beams through Messenger or text or whatever. And it's like, however you need to reach me, if you need to send a pigeon to me, this is how, where to send it to. Because so we can connect and figure out how to go forward.
Yeah. And for us, like with the whole podcast launch situation, get on Zoom. I'll email you an email with what I need. It will be completely detailed and mapped out. You'll have a month to get it to me. You know, and I map out the whole process, and I make sure that it's clear, and I make sure that people get the expectation and they know what they're up against. And the whole time I'm cheerleading them on. Every 2 or 3 days, I'm following up. Hey, did you get this done? Hey, I'm going to need this soon. Hey, that looks phenomenal. Hey, yeah, I looked over your description. It's great. Try tweaking this and that. Do you like that better? You know, like I'm talking to them as a collaborator at that point.
Yes, that's how it was with me and you with the Veteran Woman podcast. And I felt like $1 million, especially because I was like, I'm going to start a podcast. I have no idea what I'm doing. And then I got that feedback from you, like, oh, that's great. Or, hey, try this. And I'm just like, yes.
Yeah. And because a lot of people, they don't want to go out into the unknown and not get feedback. So I give people instant feedback. And then from there, like I help develop them as hosts, or you as a host. I help. And then once your podcast is launched, I keep you on task. I make sure your quality is always good. I catch up with you at least once a month to talk like on the phone to discuss your stats and how you're killing it, but you could be killing it better. Your sound quality, if there were any hiccups and things I'd like to see improve. And it's just a constant development. And sometimes it's just literally to say, hey, we haven't talked in a month. How are you? What's new? Do you have any cool ideas? Do I have any cool ideas? Okay, no, bye then. But there's always got to be that touch point for me at least once a month.
Mm-hmm.
And I always make sure to shout out my clients in content that I make.
Mm-hmm. That's so much value you give.
But it's not value add to the product itself, right? It's just
right. It's
how can I make a client feel like I absolutely care about them? And that's how I choose to
and
do
you really do. And it shows. You're not being fake about it. So you can find somebody who may produce your podcast for less, but you're not going to get the experience that you get with Scott.
No, you will not get the
beauty. Somebody, you can find somebody to do your logo and tell you what to do as far as this and that, but you're not going to get the experience you get with me because I care. I know what I'm talking about. I can do the tactics and stuff, but I actually care. So it's like, okay, let's figure this out together. Mm-hmm. And hey, I want you to succeed. And that's actually what sets us apart from everybody else too.
It is. And so we don't have to compete on price. You will never see Podcast Bay giving discounts or having sales. because we provide a premium experience. So we charge a premium rate. And so if you've been struggling with pricing, so to speak, and you're not making ends meet and you're trying to lower your prices even still to generate income, improve your experience and charge more.
Exactly.
So that's my thoughts on that.
I love it. I love it because I'm just thinking about who I've worked with, what has caused me to buy a product or a service or whatnot.
Yeah.
And even with you and the podcasting and stuff, it's like, it really is about the experience.
Well, and
even like with my car, for instance, I took it in for oil change. And people are like, oh, they charge too much because I take it into a dealer. Even if they fuck up, because of the customer service and the experience they give me to say, oh, our bad, we fucked up, you got 1 million free oil changes now. Okay, I'm sticking with you.
Send me some of those.
Versus if somebody was always perfect, but they never talk to me. Because every time I go in, they're like, we have water, we have donuts, you can sit in a lounge. It's the experience. So I pay the extra money for that experience.
Oh yeah. And it doesn't even have to be a business, Airial. Like, and that's the one thing that I want to stress is like, you could just be a person who's an amazing experience to be around and with. And I'm thinking of my producer, Jesse. If we're gaming together, he's laughing and joking and having a great time and having fun. And I don't have to I go to his house and I sit down and he sets up the system. He hands me my controller. He tells me what, I don't even have to he gets up. Hey, I'm going to the kitchen. You need anything? Just
oh my.
absolutely phenomenal, right? And then if we do content, he's in the inner workings of my business, right? So if you ask for something and I don't see it right away, he's already done it. He got it. He'll shoot me texts just telling me to have a good day sometimes. Yeah, he's really cool like that. But then you look at it, when I hired him, he asked for a month of free work. He asked me to give him work to do for a month so he could prove himself to himself and me. And he provided a phenomenal experience there because everything he got me got better. And when I went to coach him and tell him tweak this, change this, he wasn't like, I know what I'm doing. He was like, oh, okay, thank you. I'll try that. And every time he got better, he didn't his ego didn't inflate. He's always been a student. And then the kid, I call him the kid very fondly. The kid gets me all amped up to do a YouTube channel because he's obsessed with video. Sells it to me, tells me the kind of content. He pitched it to me like he was going to produce this thing. And then he started doing logos for the thing. And then he asked me, okay, how do you want to open the videos? So I'm like, it'd be cool to have paper burning away and exposing the Podcast Bay logo in red on a black background. I got him Adobe Suite so he could do it. And within a night, he had the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen. Just a 10-second video, but it was exactly what I wanted. And it was so amazing and so beautiful and so well done. And I was looking at all of the intricate little details he put in. Made the logo better than the original artist did. He made it pop and he had it spinning and smoke and, I was just amazing.
And then that motivates you oh, hell yeah, we need to go ahead and get this YouTube channel going so I can look at that every day, all the time.
Really though. But the other part of it is that 10 seconds made my entire week.
Yeah. That's just with the intro to TrepTECH podcast, this podcast. It's that makes my whole world. Yes,
and
let's go.
The product was not only an amazing experience, he got it done in a night, which made it an amazing experience. He did it exactly how I asked, but over-delivered, which made it an amazing experience. And I didn't have to pay for it because he's just having fun, which if I was a customer, I would have doubled what he charged me. I would have given him a really healthy tip because I was
especially with that turnaround.
Right? Crap.
And he's learning.
Yes.
So could you only imagine how fast he can turn things around when he's learned it? Oh my God.
And he admitted that he had to ask for help, but he didn't let it stop him, right? So he did everything he could to deliver the best experience possible just because he wanted to see my reaction. He wanted to see my jaw hit the floor. And that's it. That was his motivation. He just wanted to see me go, holy shit. And so I reacted very appropriately. I gave him what he wanted in that moment because
Oh,
wow,
yes, you did.
wow, like I was blown away. And then to make that even better, now that adds a detail to the beginning of our YouTube channel, which is going to make our YouTube channel a better experience, because instead of just seeing some amateur looking, like messing with the camera, hey guys, we're here, we're talking, we're in 2 separate rooms across the country, this is very amateur. I'm going to his house, we're recording in his office, we are going to be side by side, and then this fucking crazy effect comes in before everything and cuts to whatever we're doing. Like the dollars are in the details, and those details, those tiny little details, take something from being okay to being greatness.
And you know, when you were talking about experience and how you responded to him, I think it was something he put in and you were like, I like it. And I'm like, no, that's not the response we need. And then when he dropped the thing this morning, the response you gave, I was like, oh, that's fire. Here we go.
Yeah.
Because I tell my customers, they be like, I like it. No, that's not working for me. So let me go back to the drawing board, because I want you to be like, oh my God. Oh, like you can't speak because you're just like, oh my God. That's the reaction I want.
Not gonna lie to you, I'd have dropped nice money on that graphic. Like I'm sitting here thinking I probably should.
The way you responded, and it was in all caps, and you just said something crazy. So I was like, oh my God, this is everything right here.
Like,
he hit the spot.
For the people listening in, you know, for you, the listener, think about what I just said, okay? I'm willing to go back months later and pay for something I've been using all this time for free because that is how good it is. Like he gave it to me because he wants it there, and it is so good. I'm like, I think I should pay him $1,000, like now. And that is the kind of experience where like you love a person and the results they give you and the everything so much that you're like, man, I feel like I'm getting such an amazing deal here that I don't feel like I'm paying enough. I got on a mastermind call, literally had a client tell me, at the risk of, you know, screwing myself, you should raise your prices because I don't have to think about a damn thing. And he's like, and I'm in my listeners' ears week after week. He told me to raise my prices. He said he'd pay more. So like that is my point, is like if you create a big experience, people will start telling you it's time to raise your prices.
Yeah, they'll start throwing money at you. And that's the culture we want to create.
That's our brand.
Because, yeah, you're loving what you do. People are getting a good experience. You're getting paid for it. They're getting their service and they're happy and they're proud. I mean, it's good all the way around.
Yeah, when you work with one of us, you're here to be our guest. And yeah, you shouldn't have to discount if you're amazing at what you do and people feel like it. If they feel amazing coming in contact with you, you know, I heard a saying, it's not about the results you get, but the results you get your clients. And that's my point. It's like if people literally feel great just by being in your presence, something tells me you're going to have a real easy go saying higher ticket prices.
And you don't have to be perfect. As long as you create an experience, you know your customer to know what they need to make them feel great. Give them that. And you can still admit, oh, I screwed up, but I'm going to fix it. I'm going to find a way to fix it. And you still have that relationship and that loyalty with their customer because they know you're honest. You're going to keep them abreast of what's going on. And they know that they can trust you because they've experienced working with you.
Absolutely. And it doesn't matter what you do, you can create a quality experience for anything. So start thinking about where you can up your game in the experience department, and we'll keep doing the same. So with that, I hope this has been an educational, informative, or even inspiring episode. I hope you can take whatever it is that you need to up your game on and do so, and, you know, get back to us. Let us know, has the better experience reflected in your customers' reaction to you? I want to know how your clients and customers and friends and family feel about getting a better experience from being around you. Let us know. As always.
Wait a minute. And if you're just stuck, like, I want to create a better experience, but I'm not sure how without creating more work for myself, hit me up.
Yes. And with that, we will say ta-ta for now. TTFN. What's with all the cartoon references these days, Scott? But yeah, we will sign off. Airial, thank you so much for giving us this platform.
Thank you. Love y'all.
Thank you for tuning in to the TrepTECH podcast. But if you like what you heard, go on to Apple Podcast and bring her a 5-star review. And also, if you want to check out her service while she transforms mindsets, navigating entrepreneurship, leveraging technology, building relationships while bridging the gap in your business, check out TrepTECHAcademy.com. That's TrepTECHAcademy.com.